everybody, my name is Jason Cheney. Today I'll be giving a speech on why Mandarin is difficult for English speakers to learn. Mandarin has 30 million learners currently as of 2023, and it has 941 million people globally who speak it natively. My own personal experience is I've been learning Mandarin for the last 2 years and have basically gotten conversational, and so this is why I'm giving a speech. Today we will be talking about vocabulary, grammar, and the culture that is involved when learning the language. So, first is the vocabulary. In Mandarin, there is no ABCs, and so it is a bit difficult for English speakers who are used to creating words with ABCs to actually learn every single vocabulary word out there, because Mandarin has like thousands of characters that all mean different things, and each of them are their own concept. Not only that, but Chinese also has radicals, which kind of act like the ABCs, but in the tens of thousands of ABCs, which also still make it hard. One example of vocabulary is the word ma. Ma can be different words depending on the tone. Each ma represents each character here represents a different word entirely. One means mother, one means horse, one means to scold, and one is just like a question indicator, like a question mark almost. Because of this, you have to learn every single one of these in order to fully know how to speak Mandarin. And that's another reason why it is difficult for English speakers to fully learn. The grammar is not as bad as in English as it would be. For example, this sentence right here is 我昨天去商店, which means I yesterday go store, is what it literally is translated to. In English, you have words like go, going, and went, but in Mandarin, all you have is the word to, which means to go, and you can use it past tense, future tense, or present tense, and that is pretty much all you need to know the word for. Not only that, but in Mandarin there are measure words, which are kind of similar to phrases like a pair of shoes or like a set of books. Each measure word is used for different words, and some of them kind of combine into the same category, but generally they're used for the same thing. Yeah. And then finally, culture is a big thing when learning Mandarin, because China is a very big place, and that is the place where it is most common to learn Mandarin. And believe it or not, China is probably one of the biggest countries in the world. Because of this, the people are very separated, and the dialects become really diverse. So there are like hundreds of dialects in China alone, and then not only that, but there are also many dialects outside of China as well. Another thing about culture is that some idioms would be used from like historical context, stories that like if you were just an English speaker, you just wouldn't know because you weren't taught in a Chinese school. One example is an idiom called 塞翁失马, which means an old man lost his horse. But the real meaning of it is bad things happen, but good consequences can result from those bad things. The story goes like an old man lost his horse, and the horse came back later with another horse, and he had two horses now. He lost a horse, which was the bad thing, but then he got two horses afterwards. There was an article written by Al Linge called Why Mandarin Chinese is Harder Than You Think, written in 2016, and the quote goes, Chinese has several dialects and is spoken over a huge area by more than 1 billion people. Mandarin is the standard dialect, but there are many variations within that dialect, regional and other. So basically, this just means Mandarin is just too big of a language to cover in one area. So And then in conclusion, Mandarin is a challenging language that requires a lot of time to fully learn. But it is also very rewarding, and it gives you a new reference and a new perspective to go off of your life. And no one ever learns it overnight. You have to remember that if you learn it. Thank you.